Alright guys, Sony got their hands on Cyberpunk, literally, and decided to pull the plug on the digital version of Cyberpunk 2077. The thing is, I'm not surprised, and I'll tell you why I think Sony did. Second, the thing is, guys, there's a separation here that must be done, and I'll dive further into the video, so stick around. Cyberpunk developers and its leadership. And somewhere in there, something went short circuit. So let's talk about why this game that was made honestly out of love and passion for gaming got mindled into this overhyped crash hype train that honestly right now everybody's scattering kind of like California wildfires to turn it off. So first, let me clarify. CD Red Projekt came out on Twitter and said that they did talk with Sony about this. So there's that. But I still believe this is Sony's way of sort of making a PR movement out of this. And honestly, offering a refund, I don't think should be something that becomes so big that you take out the game out of the store, you know? Let people purchase it if they want to. And if they don't, they won't. You know, they'll know what's up on the internet. I believe Sony. So from what I've heard, CD Red, if you guys remember, quite a bit ago, it's not even been a month, but they did say that they were going to honor refunds and whatnot on Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, you know. Give us time if you can, but if you don't, get your refund, right? And then Sony, there was reports sticking out all over the place, popping out like weeds, saying, you know what, you can't get a refund on Sony's platform. Which then in turn, the vibe was sort of like, duh, Sony is stringent. They are nasty when it comes to refunds. I remember on PlayStation, I tried to get some. I actually have never been denied a refund on Xbox, but on PlayStation, I have. So I believe Sony is sort of like, hey, magic wand, just cover it all and say we're benevolent and it's high quality or nothing in our store, which, let's be honest, their store policies are a little iffy. Remember Devil May Cry, the butt crack or the butt little blur thing? I know in Japan they like to blur stuff, but come on guys, don't be hypocrites over here, Sony. I know ZUI is a more American company than Japanese company by now, so. But anyway, whatever. It's good that they offer refunds. And honestly, in my opinion, I'm gonna stick to the game because here's the thing. There's a separation between the hard developers that put their soul and life into this game to be what it is. Because honestly, in my opinion, I believe this game is a game that was built by love for gaming and not for the love of money, okay? You can see it. If you play on the next gen consoles, if you play on PC that can handle it, you can see a beautiful game. It's not like Anthem by EA that was fundamentally broken and rotten at the foundation. That game, Anthem, is, I would not even, I can see the comparison at first, the contrast, but once you reach a certain percentage, like 20% of the comparison, you're done. Like, don't try to run away with this broken train. Like, Anthem was broken. Gameplay, story, like everything about it, microtransactions, the looting system, like the whole thing was money grabbing, broken dream right there and then. It was money first, game later. Cyberpunk is game first, and you can see it. No microtransactions as of yet, just $60. Not that damn Call of Duty shiz that they're like $70, and because we're Activision and we need money to optimize it for the next generation. Like, you get so much money from the microtransactions. The game should be $70 argument. Not to offend you, I was actually part of it, and then the veil was removed from my eyes, and I got to see how broken that mentality is. With microtransactions, season passes, the way games get delivered nowadays, the whole we need $70 only really applies, in my opinion now, to like small developers. Anything medium to big, get the hell out of here. $60, and you know you're gonna microtransaction the hell out of it, so don't bother. Here is CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk 2077, which, by the way, if you are interested in the performance analysis, I have an Xbox One X and a Series X, and I check it out. Check out the playlist on top where you can leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know which game you would like me to test and see how well it performs on the next gen console versus the Xbox One X. just hit up the comment section below and a bell and a like and a subscribe along the way. There's 3 departments here with CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk 2077 that I think needs to be addressed. 1, the developer team. The developer team, I think, needed more time, and so far from what I've been able to play on my Series X, I would say they've succeeded. Of course, I want better graphics, I want the next gen graphics, whatever high-end and medium to high-end PC graphics on my Series X, not the ones that I currently have. But anyway, developer-wise, I think they needed a little more time. Remember, it's 2020, COVID hit. Like, it definitely hurt their development time. If it weren't for COVID, I would say 50-50 chance that the game was going to come out in quite a stable way, but because of COVID, I was expecting a crap storm sort of like this, but not as bad as the one on the base consoles though, that's for sure. I was thinking like 20 FPS, not fetching 10, 15, complete freezing crashes, you know, the whole thing. But anyway, the developer team, I would say they needed 6 to 12 more months and it would have been a win for them. The marketing team on Cyberpunk, I think they win, guys. I think the marketing team created such a huge fan hype train here that there was no way to match it. Like, there was no landing, no train tracks out there that could contain such a gigantic, enormous, gargantuous hype. And of course, it's tumbling down and it's crashing, kind of like the California wildfires, man. Everybody's on them and nobody knows when it's going to get turned off. Now, the executives or whatever the hell out there that decided, the leadership is, I think, more to blame here. They needed, and there's this thing, guys, I want to address, okay? Before I do, hit up free Xbox Game Pass Ultimate Guide on top. You can get your own free month to 3 months or gift cards. Plus, I'm going to give away one every 500 subscribers after I hit 3,000 subscribers. Once every 500, I'll be giving away 1 free month of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So check that guide out on the little bubble on top. But so guys, there's this thing going on in society, or going on in our society right now that pisses me off. We go around bashing, making fun of people that have a religious background or something that they believe is stronger than themselves, the nerds or whatever, like the Force, and you believe in destiny and whatnot, and a moral code that, you know, you abide with, which might look ridiculous, but at least it keeps you in some kind of sanity. We make fun of those people, right? And yet we tell them that you need to be bound by science and something that, like, the numbers speak and it needs to make sense, right? Yet when we look at these executives and the leadership, they see things as science and money, okay? They don't see it as, oh, the love of gamers and the future and the balance between dark and evil and the light and the shininess of it. They don't see it as this, guys, most of them, okay? They reach the point where they're going for that thing, that very thing you ridiculize, they lack, their moral compass. The one thing that, and I say you know who I'm talking about. You're probably gonna click away by now, but I invite you to not to, and open your closed, rock-shaped mind and be enlightened for a little bit and do some critical thinking with your life. But, and this is a rant, by the way, those executives have no moral compass and they're going for the money. They're 80% money, 20% moral compass. So be careful with your mouth when you go around ridiculizing people that do have a moral compass, even though it's not the best. It's humanity. Don't expect perfection. You want some bigger tech company to tell you what's right, and don't hurt anybody's feelings because it's sad and we all need to be happy. In this no one gets hurt utopia, no one gets on a trampoline and thinks, oh, this is fun, you know, because I'm never going to be able to bounce high enough and maybe get hurt. No one does that, man. We get on it because there's the thrill of maybe I'll jump so high I'll get off, and I don't want to, but I want to see how far I can jump and how acrobatic I can be. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's my rant. Definitely, I think on the executive side and leadership, something went wrong with CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk 2077, and at this point, it's a sad one, honestly. But I think it still can recover. But yeah, definitely, it's just another 2020 tragedy. And that was on my thoughts on the refunds. By the way, guys, this does not mean that you don't get to play the game. This means that if you bought it, you can get a refund, or you can just keep playing the game and it'll keep, updates will come out, etc., etc. It's just been delisted. Doesn't mean that it's gone. You can get the physical copies of the game. And honestly, as of right now, some people are going around the internet. If you don't count the physical copies, it is technically a time exclusive for Xbox, which I hope Microsoft doesn't, cancel it. And they have such a tight relationship with Cyberpunk that I don't think they're gonna do it. That's my thoughts on this. I invite you to hit subscribe and like and the bell along the way, and check out this playlist on top for the Xbox Optimized Series X badge explanation. And until next time, have a Merry Christmas. Peace.